can make it rain. Oh, do you hear the thunder? Don't let it bring you down. Look up and see the light. You're not alone, don't give up like that. Oh yeah, got a ways to go. Break that wall, let the spirit flow. I know you ain't done yet. Don't stop to catch your breath. You're going high.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now. 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Raiders going up against the Jaguars.
Larry, first opened in 1995. There's a look inside Everbank Field here in the River City of Jacksonville, Florida. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Oakland Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. On 3rd down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's the Raiders punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Leonard Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. second down. Here's Fournette. And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Back to throw, Dobbs. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Nortman on to kick as he sends it away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to nap?
And now look at him go. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 67 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And maybe starting the campaign for another Offensive Player of the Week award in the AFC.
Yeah, strike up the band, right? They're going to lead him along, and the band being that offensive line, he's locked into the rhythm of what they're doing up front, and he's definitely off to that great start, a 2nd straight week.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Now Leonard Fournette. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Open man is Westbrook, complete. 23 yards on the play.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he's got room. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Dobbs now on second down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Second down. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here's the Raiders punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They begin with a run by Fournette, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Second down, Dobbs. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. To Fournette, and some space here, and they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Again, it's Fournette. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, second down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Throwing here, Dobbs. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Now Dobbs. And he finds a man on the crossing route. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Out of the gun, Dobbs. Flushed out right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Off the play fake. Here's Dobbs. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So the field goal unit is coming on here, and boy, this is going to be darn near impossible. And they say officially it's a 68-yard attempt. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Here's Brad Nordman now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They go play action here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Second down now after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They run the counter now on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 22. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders have moved out in front. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Here's Dobbs to throw. Flush to his right. Looking long for Westbrook. And got his man complete. A gain of 32 that time.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
On play action, it's Dobbs. Looking deep downfield. A swing pass caught. They give him a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll give Fournette another crack. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up.
Hold that thought, Mr. Ridley. We've got a trip to the title game on the line. Folks are eager to get right back to the action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got
got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And he'll bang that one through. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They run a draw here on second down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. A handoff as they run the counter play. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's good for a gain of 7, but still a few inches short here with 4th down coming up.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Hey, 4th and inches. Why let your quarterback try and sneak for it? Give it to the guy who's born to fight for those tough yards. It's a fullback dive, and he just makes sure he secures the football and then plows forward to pick up the first down.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Well, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So they don't get a touchdown here on this opening drive in the third quarter, but I think you still say mission accomplished as they come away from it with the lead.
Absolutely. You've got to apply the pressure here, make the other guys play catch-up for a while, and now you just hope your defense can step up and protect the lead.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Dobbs is throwing. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. On 1st and 10, Dobbs. Room here to run, and I think the ball's out.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now they'll run it on the toss. Finding room inside the 40. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender is bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Raiders on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense, finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
Now it's Franks following the made field goal to send it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jags. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
first down. Dobbs to throw. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
To throw is Dobbs. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Dobbs. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now Dobbs. Flushed out right. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right around the 26. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Here's Dobbs to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
They run the counter now on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now they'll run on the draw. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Pulled in at the 24. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit right on the 30-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. Flex round. Let's go.
run it again with Fournette. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
On play action, they'll throw. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. Picked off at the 13. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Green 39.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A handoff as they run the counter play. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And Frank's kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that's a big one there. It's his 3rd field goal of the game, and a 2-score lead's got to feel pretty good right about now.
And while they're not free and clear yet, you're right. Now this defense can go out knowing that it's going to take more than one big play to catch them.
This is taken near the 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something
Heads up
to make it pass.
That's caught inside the 20. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Now back to throw. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for him.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38. Flex round. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Back to throw Dobbs. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Von Miller coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. 3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Flush to his right. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Come on, let's go. What? Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio. Ohio.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Raiders on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 7. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12.
Let's go.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. The bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play. This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Raekwon McMillan coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. And now here come the Raiders. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of wild double reverse.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Here's Franks now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. On the run, it's Fournette, and he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Snags it for the pick. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.
People tryna say I'm only enemy. Got a code with my dogs, can't get in between. I can give them life, no more energy. Man, amen. Spent about 60 on the time, I can't even lie. No way in, no way out, do or die. So on roll when I roll, must be. Amen, man. I can't ride Benz, I don't do peace. I beast, I gotta eat. Saber tooth, tiger, diamond tooth teeth. Rockin' right now, won't you come peep? I was outside. The way that shake, leave your mouth wide. You need to say grace for you say thanks. Amen, what's left in my life, don't know what's in store. I've been dealing with these blessings that I can't ignore. Putting up the numbers, we ain't keeping score. Amen. I here on the block, my side. Run it in the house for it's 12 o'clock. Yeah, the hood love me, but you gotta watch. Amen. I just three, I don't do sleep. Yeah, tryna see. Movie. Yeah, we gon'